So here we are in sunny South Croydon at Whitgift School with a very smiley Martin Corry. Smiling because he's been and done it and achieved everything there is in the game. He's still alive and his body's in one piece. But Martin...
I'm smiling because the sun's in my eyes and it's more of a grimace.
Ah, fair enough. It's always a grimace when you look at me anyway. Now, why are we here? What are we doing at Whitgift School? And what is ruckingball.com, which you've got all over your shirt? What are we doing here?
Yeah, ruckingball.com. It's a new website which is the launch, and so it's the official launch today. And that's why we're all here. The concept came up from there was a couple of drinks in a bar, and it actually came to something where me and a couple of guys, we sat around. I was always going into junior clubs saying the same thing, getting people asking me the same questions. So we thought that we'd get together, get a great group together and look to put it on a website where all the rugby questions can be answered. So it's an interactive forum. As coaches, as players, we've written articles, made videos, but the most important thing is that anyone can write in, post a message on a blog, and you'll get one of the experts, so-called experts, to answer it.
So, I mean... It's a great idea, sort of at the elite level. So in other words, any kid, instead of asking his biology teacher, you know, what should I do about the breakdown, he can ask Martin Corry.
Yeah, well, it's all on the site as well. So there's videos to go with every article, and it's and that's exactly what it is. Because at junior level, we know it's heavily dependent on volunteers, on parents, and on amateur coaches just to go in and help out. So what we're looking to do on the site is we're looking to cater for everyone, whether it be parents wondering what to feed. We've got Matt Lovell, the England nutritionist, involved, fitness techniques. We've got Mike McGurn, because there's always a tough subject, you know, when you're 14, 15, you're still growing. What exercises should I be doing? Weights? Should I be taking supplements? There are a load of sticky areas which parents may not have the answer to, and so we've got it all on this site.
Just doing a little bit of tackle technique work. Every side I've been involved in, we've spent at least 50% of the time working on defence, whether defensive alignment, setting around the rucks, defending the rucks, or tackle technique.
We mentioned a couple of guys, but I mean, you really do have a truly impressive cast list, don't you, Martin? Perhaps you'd like to go through one or two others.
Yeah, well, we're growing, and so at the moment we have Shane Byrne, British Lions and Ireland, looking after the hookers, the front row. Myself,
he's not going to tell them about haircuts, is he, by the way?
No, unfortunately, putting him on a website, it makes him appear like he's in the 21st century. But
it's like life on Mars.
Yeah, then you have a look at him, how he's still stuck in the 70s. But yeah, he's very knowledgeable.
He could play it though, couldn't he?
Yeah. You know, and the great thing is, you know, and that's what you do. When I was compiling this list, I was looking at who the players I held in the highest regard, and then you speak to them, and they have the same philosophies and the same wants to just put something back and develop something for junior rugby. And so he came along board. Eddie O'Sullivan, again, I first came across him obviously with Ireland. He planned many a brutal session against me, and he had the hell kicked out of me courtesy of his coaching style. So, and then he actually coached me in the 2005 Lions, and it was and I saw his rugby brain, and again, we're not trying to say this is how you do it, this isn't how you do it. It's a lot of different philosophies, and Eddie's got a great rugby brain, he's got a great rugby philosophy, and it's great for him just to come along board and just share that with us.
So we're here with Eddie O'Sullivan, obviously the former and very successful Irish coach. Eddie, you're here with Martin Corry, your old mucker Shane Byrne, and a few other familiar faces from the world of rugby. And please explain to us why you've got yourself involved in ruckingball.com.
Well, Mike Ford contacted me and asked me if I was interested in getting involved in a rugby website, and my first thought was there's lots of rugby websites out there, so what's different about Rucking Ball? And the big difference is Rucking Ball is a website for coaches and players. I mean, most of the websites you get on are about match reports and the latest news in rugby. This is nothing about news, this is about coaching, information, hard information, on techniques and skills and drills that people can really plug into and take to the training field with them. And I've searched the web myself many times, and this doesn't exist anywhere. So to me, this is a fantastic opportunity to be involved in something that can really get some quality information about coaching and rugby out there to everybody.
I mean, I guess rugby, like most sports, is at junior level heavily dependent on volunteers, on teachers, on parents, and they do their best, and a lot are pretty good. But nevertheless, it's probably a lot of misinformation and maybe not the best advice in terms of training and techniques and preparation go their way. Now they can go to the best.
Well, I think what we're trying to do here is give them really quality information, clear cut, articles, blogs, be able to ask questions, some really good quality videos that they can plug into. And the other thing to remember is the game is changing. Almost every 6 months something changes in the game. It might be a law change, it could be a new technique that comes in, it could be a new way of winning the ruck, and we'll keep that updated. And I guess we're the guys working full time, we're at the coalface, so we get the freshest information. So that information is available, and I mean, at the end of the day, rugby is a skill game, which means a lot of decision making, and we want to make sure that the coaches and the players themselves have access to this information, which will make them more skillful. It's about learning to make good decisions on the field, and there's every aspect of the game covered, and even off the field we've got fitness, we've got diet, there's all sorts of information. So I think I best describe it as a Wikipedia of rugby, and all in one place.
Now what we should see here is we should see the defenders being dragged to the side. So effectively, in the perfect scenario, the ball is traveled down the middle of the channel because the support runner should run into the space the defender vacated.
You've coached at the highest level, but I guess a coach is a coach. It doesn't matter whether it's a field with 3 kids or an international.
Well, that's it. Coaching is coaching is coaching, and maybe the size of the player changes or the skill levels change, but it's all about getting information across and making people better decision makers and more skillful. And I guess that's what everybody here enjoys the most. Certainly I do, and I'm delighted to be here.
And I guess it'd be lovely if one day, through your work at ruckandball.com, you came across, I was going to say another Brian O'Driscoll. Well, they don't grow on trees, Brian O'Driscoll, but you know what I mean.
You never know. Brian O'Driscoll, I coached him when he was just 15 years old in Blackrock College, and he was too small to make the team back then, but he was very skillful, and look where he got to.
Well, we're here now with the unmistakable smiling face of former Irish hooker Mr. Shane Byrne, who finds himself on enemy territory over here in England, except, you're all retired, you're all friends now, aren't you, Shane? What are you doing? What's your role here with ruckandball.com?
Yeah, we're all involved in giving advice to players. Ruckandball.com, to me, particularly from an Irish point of view, rugby has grown explosively in Ireland. We found ourselves with many parents and many kids who want to get into the game and haven't really got anywhere to go and talk to people. And that's what ruckandball.com is all about. It's offering a platform where people can go learn about the positions, learn about the game, right the way from someone who's only just starting the game, all the way through to a pro who wants to tweak a few things.
What I like about this idea, Shane, is, they can actually, through this new website, get to Shane Byrne, get to Martin Corry. Yeah. And I guess, you might, if you're a hooker, you might want to listen to what Shane Byrne has to say.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole key to it, is that you have that direct expertise in it. It's not just a blank face. You're actually talking to us on the website. And that is the key, is that if you put up a query, we will be the ones to answer. We're online most days, and anything that's there, we get to it. And this is the part, is that we're trying to give the knowledge back, because we looked around when doing the research for this, and it's just not out there. It's in bits and pieces, and particularly in mine with the dark arts at the front row, my area of expertise, I'll be giving out little tidbits as we go, but not all of them, obviously, because you have to have the experience at the front row. But I'll be giving enough that you'll be interested to help you take that first step.
So what we'll come in here, and then you come into the side, excellent, and then come back, and just do a couple of hits, and just keep rotating, so you just get used to hitting with your shoulders. The important thing with tackling is the dip before the contact and then exploding into the contact.
And the point about today is, we're at a very nice, distinguished, well-known rugby school in Croydon, but this is for Ireland, this is for Scotland, this is for the whole UK, isn't it?
This is a location. It's not picked to make any statement around that. It is just a location, because we need to get this word out here, that this website is there, no matter what level of rugby you're at, no matter what your query is, we're there to answer the questions. And even if it's the dad with the 8-year-old kid who's just watched his hero do something on the TV and he wants to go out and practice, there's a little section for the dads in the park, something that they can do, little ideas of just get the young guys used to the ball. And that's the whole thing. It's just nice and relaxed. get your information, go out and practice, because remember, you can only make yourself as good as you can be, and that's the key. We'll help you get there, but you have to do the practice.